नमस्कार, मेरा नाम शिवाली है और आप सभी का बहुत बहुत स्वागत है मॉमप्रेन्योर सर्कल के लाइव पेज पर। इससे पहले कि हम लोग ये सेशन स्टार्ट करें, मैं आप सभी लोगों को एक बहुत बधाई देना चाहती हूँ, स्पेशली लतिका वाधवा जी को ये प्लेटफॉर्म क्रिएट करने के लिए, बिकॉज इट्स अ कम्युनिटी ऑफ ओवर 7 लाख एंटरप्राइजिंग वुमेन all across the world. So it's such a beautiful initiative. So congratulations Latika Bajwa ji for this beautiful platform. और क्रिएटिव टीम को भी कि उन्होंने ये अपॉर्चुनिटी क्रिएट की। पिछले 4-5 दिन से बहुत से टैरो कार्ड रीडर्स, इमोशनल हीलर्स और मुझ जैसे बहुत से कोचेस यहाँ आके आपके साथ जुड़ पा रहे हैं। सो उन सभी के लिए और इस सीरीज से जुड़ने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। हाय तबस्सुम, थैंक यू। चलिए, आप सभी लोग जो यहाँ धीरे धीरे करके जुड़ रहे हैं, आप सभी का बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। हार्टिएस्ट वेलकम टू ऑल ऑफ यू। आज जो टॉपिक हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं वो है पोस्टपार्टम डिप्रेशन। पोस्टपार्टम डिप्रेशन क्या होता है, हम इसे कैसे मैनेज कर सकते हैं, क्या क्या चीज़ कारण होते हैं पोस्टपार्टम डिप्रेशन के, इसी सब के बारे में कुछ बात करेंगे। थैंक यू अनुपम जी। चलिए, पहले हम समझते हैं कि WHO के अकॉर्डिंग मेंटल हेल्थ क्या होता है, क्योंकि डिप्रेशन तो हम सभी लोग अपनी ज़िंदगी किसी न किसी दौर पे हम गुजरते ही हैं, तो जानना ज़रूरी ये है कि डिप्रेशन आखिर होता क्या है। डिप्रेशन मोस्टली अगर आप ऐसे समझें एक आम भाषा में कि बहुत लंबे समय तक अगर आप किसी स्ट्रेस या एंग्जाइटी में रहते हैं और वो अटेंड नहीं होता है प्रॉपरली, इफ़ इट इज़ नॉट अटेंडेड, नॉट टेकन केयर ऑफ, तो वो कन्वर्ट हो जाता है डिप्रेशन में। दैट कुड बी वन ऑफ द रीज़न। अनदर रीज़न कुड बी एन इवेंट कि कुछ ऐसा मिसहैप हो आपके साथ लाइफ में विच पुल्ड यू डाउन एंड यू मे एक्सपीरियंस दैट डिप्रेशन। जब भी ऐसा कुछ होता है, मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम हम लोग की एक आदत होती है कि हम उसे अवॉइड करना चाहते हैं, उसे वी डोंट वांट टू एड्रेस इट प्रॉपरली। और ये हैबिट वुमेन में खास करके ज़्यादा होती है कि हम अपने आप को एक लो प्रायोरिटी पर रखते हैं, अपनी हेल्थ को लो प्रायोरिटी पर रखते हैं। तो पोस्टपार्टम डिप्रेशन क्या है, इसको समझने के लिए विमेन को समझना ज़रूरी है और मेंटल हेल्थ को भी समझना उतना ही ज़रूरी है। अगर आप देखेंगे कि पोस्टपार्टम डिप्रेशन जैसा कि शब्द बताता है कि डिलीवरी के बाद जो चेंजेस होते हैं, हमारी बॉडी बहुत से चेंजेस से गुजरती है, हमारा माइंडसेट बहुत चेंजेस से गुजरता है और हमारा एनवायरनमेंट भी बहुत चेंजेस होते हैं जो अक्सर करके हम लोग इक्विप्ड नहीं होते हैं उसे एड्रेस करने के लिए। जब ऐसी सिचुएशन आती है, एक न्यू मदर के लिए एक छोटे बच्चे की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी तो एक बड़ी जिम्मेदारी होती है, अपने लिए भी एक जिम्मेदारी होती है। और जब अक्सर करके हम वो जिम्मेदारी नहीं निभा पाते हैं या अपनी सिचुएशन को ठीक से नहीं समझ पाते हैं, तो हम पोस्टपार्टम डिप्रेशन में चले जाते हैं। ऐसा नहीं होता है कि अचानक एक दिन आपको पोस्टपार्टम डिप्रेशन का फीलिंग आया, ऐसा नहीं है। इसको हम छोटे छोटे पीसेस में समझेंगे। पहली चीज़ जो हम एक्सपीरियंस करते हैं वो ये कि बेबी ब्लूज़, जैसे हम कहते हैं कि जो लोग वर्किंग हैं वो समझते हैं कि मंडे ब्लूज़ होते हैं। मदर्स के लिए वो बेबी ब्लूज़ होते हैं कि इनिशियली जब बच्चा आता है और आपको लगता है कि एक तरफ हम लोग बहुत इलेटेड होते हैं, बहुत खुश होते हैं कि एक नई लाइफ, एक नया बिगनिंग, नया चैप्टर, वहीं दूसरी तरफ उसकी जिम्मेदारियाँ इतनी सारी होती हैं कि इट गेट्स रियली डिफ़िकल्ट फॉर अस टू हैंडल समटाइम्स। जो इनिशियल फेज़ ऑफ 2-3 हफ्ते का जो होता है, जिसे हम बेबी ब्लूज़ कहते हैं, वो अमूमन 50 से 80% लोग एक्सपीरियंस करते हैं, महिलाएं एक्सपीरियंस करती हैं, सब न्यू मदर्स एक्सपीरियंस करती हैं। मोस्टली इसके सिम्टम्स क्या होते हैं कि आपका स्लीप साइकिल जो है, आप स्लीप डिप्राइव्ड फील करते हैं, आपको लैक ऑफ एपेटाइट लगता है क्योंकि एक नए बच्चे की जिम्मेदारी है, तो ऑब्वियसली आपका सोने का साइकिल चेंज हो जाता है। आपको एनवायरनमेंट में एडजस्ट करने में प्रॉब्लम होता है विद द न्यू चेंजेस दैट यू गोइंग थ्रू। अनएक्सप्लेन मूड स्विंग्स, ऐसे भी प्रेगनेंसी में बहुत मूड स्विंग्स होते हैं और जब बच्चा एक बार आ जाता है उसके बाद आपके मूड स्विंग्स बहुत बढ़ जाते हैं। जब ऐसा आप एक्सपीरियंस कर रहे हों तो वो एक पीरियड होता है 2 से 3 हफ्ते का, जहां हमें लगता है कि ये हमारा बेबी ब्लूज का टाइम है। एक्चुअली इट्स अ चेंज मैनेजमेंट टाइम फ्रॉम अ न्यू रोल दैट यू आर गेटिंग इनटू, जहां आपको लगता है एक नई रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, तो दैट बिकम्स द फेज 2 to 3 months ऑफ योर चेंज मैनेजमेंट टाइम। ऐसे में हम क्या करें, जो आसपास वाले लोग हैं वो थोड़ी मदद करें समझने में कि एक नई जिम्मेदारी है, एक नई ज़िंदगी है, और हमको खुद को भी थोड़ा अवेयर होने की ज़रूरत होगी इसके लिए। हाय राशि, थैंक यू सो मच। सो अक्सर करके जब हमारा ये पोस्टपार्टम डिप्रेशन में कब कन्वर्ट होता है बेबी ब्लूज़ का टाइम, सो अगर आप लोगों को कोई क्वेश्चन रहेगा तो प्लीज़ डू आस्क द क्वेश्चन इन द चैट बॉक्स। सो हम पोस्टपार्टम डिप्रेशन कब कहते हैं? बेबी ब्लूज़ का टाइम 2 से 3 हफ्ते का हो गया। सो पोस्टपार्टम डिप्रेशन कब महसूस होता है और कब आपको पता चलता है कि आप एक्चुअली डिप्रेशन में हैं? सो मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम, approximately 13 to 15% of the women, the new mothers, they go through this. जितना कम इसके बारे में बात की जाती है उतना उससे और भी कम इसको अटेंड किया जाता है। सो व्हाट इज़ रिक्वायर्ड हियर, ये कि हमें क्या करने की ज़रूरत है इसके लिए कि हम समझें कि पोस्टपार्टम डिप्रेशन के सिम्टम्स क्या हैं। सो सबसे पहला सिम्टम है कि सेल्फ हार्मिंग थॉट्स आते हैं। आप अपने बच्चे के साथ कनेक्ट करने में मुश्किल होती है आपको सेल्फ डाउट होता है कि मैं जो कर रही हूँ वो ठीक कर रही हूँ क्या, मुझे एक हमेशा गिल्टी का फीलिंग रहता है अपने अंदर, और यू फील इनकॉम्पिटेंट। आपको लगता है कि नहीं, आप में वो कॉम्पिटेंसी नहीं है उसको हैंडल करने के लिए। सो ऐसे में हम जो एक ब्रेन फॉग होता है, हमारा दिमाग ठीक से सोच नहीं पाता, देयर इज़ नॉट इनफ क्लैरिटी इन आवर ब्रेन। हमें लगता है कि नहीं, हमने अपने ऊपर हमें कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं रहता है, एक कॉन्स्टेंट फीलिंग ऑफ गिल्ट होता है। और अक्सर करके मदर्स में ये फीलिंग बहुत ज़्यादा होता है एज इट इज़, क्योंकि हम हमेशा अपने आप को एक स्टैंडर्ड से कंपेयर कर रहे होते हैं। तो ये गिल्ट फीलिंग हमें ना हो, इसके लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है कि हम पहले ये समझें कि हमसे एक्सपेक्टेड क्या है। सो हम कैसे हैंडल करें पोस्टपार्टम डिप्रेशन को, हम ग्रेजुअली उस पर आएंगे, लेकिन उससे पहले समझते हैं कि क्या कॉज करता है पोस्टपार्टम डिप्रेशन को। अगर हम ऐसे देखें तो हमारा जो 3rd ट्राइमेस्टर होता है उसमें मैक्सिमम जो हार्मोनल चेंजेस हो रहे होते हैं हमारी बॉडी में, बिकॉज द फीटस इज गेटिंग बिल्ड, तो उसका बॉडी का, बच्चे का मूवमेंट हो रहा होता है, उसका डेवलपमेंट हो रहा होता है। तो वो टाइम में मैक्सिमम हमारी बॉडी में हार्मोनल चेंजेस हो रहे होते हैं, और पोस्ट डिलीवरी सडनली वो चेंजेस होना बंद हो जाते हैं। हमारे हार्मोन्स स्लोली दे कम बैक टू देयर नॉर्मल सेल्फ अगेन, बट हमारी बॉडी और साइकोलॉजी को वो एडजस्ट करने के लिए थोड़ा सा टाइम लगता है। तो जब ऐसा होता है तो सडन चेंज इन हार्मोन्स दैट ट्रिगर्स दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ एंजाइटी विद इन अस। दूसरी चीज़ जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हम लोग के साथ होता है वो ये कि जब बच्चा आता है तो बहुत सारी चेंजेस लेके आता है अपने साथ। हमारे एनवायरनमेंट में हम लोग चेंज करते हैं, और जितना रेडी एक मदर या एक फैमिली होती है टू एक्सेप्ट, टू ब्रिंग द न्यू चाइल्ड इन, उतना ईजी होता है एक नई मदर के लिए इस चेंज को एक्सेप्ट करना। सो द चेंज इन लाइफ स्टाइल ऑल्सो causes a lot of sleep deprivation, and which eventually results into a postpartum depression ka feeling. Then the kind of stresses one goes through. So mostly, if you look at the data, the research says that approximately 25% of Indian women are malnourished. So जब 25% women का nourishment ही ठीक नहीं है, तो उस कंडीशन में आप डिलीवरी के बाद और हमारी प्रायोरिटीज़, हम और नीचे प्रायोरिटी में आते हैं, और ग्रेजुअली उसका इम्पैक्ट हमारी हेल्थ एंड वेलबींग पे बढ़ता है। सो सबसे बड़ा रीज़न स्ट्रेसेस का है, वो यही है दैट कि हमारी हेल्थ बहुत डिप्राइव हो जाती है। वी डोंट हैव द राइट काइंड ऑफ नरिशमेंट इन आवर बॉडी। कई बार बहुत फ्रीक्वेंट प्रेगनेंसीज होती हैं जिसकी वजह से बॉडी डिप्राइव हो जाती है ऑफ द बेसिक न्यूट्रिशन या बेसिक जो आपको ज़रूरत होती है फॉर योर डे टू डे नॉर्मल फंक्शन। देन अ बिग स्ट्रेसर फॉर ऑल द यंगस्टर्स, द 21st century mothers is returning back to work. So एक बहुत बड़ा एंजाइटी होता है that post delivery you have certain time that office gives you, that you can join office in some time, but then they always feel कि whether it is really possible for me to join office again. That becomes a big reason for a stress in the mothers. I'm sorry about that. So then sometimes the twin mothers also experience this, because it's double the responsibility, double the fun, yes, but it is double the responsibility. So it becomes very difficult for a new mom to adjust to 2 new babies and how to manage their needs in a way that she feels happy. It's very difficult for a mother to be happy with herself because of the kind of expectation that she sets. When it is a mother of a twin, then it becomes double difficult. Then a lot of times the kids who have to stay in the NICUs, the kids who have born before time, so they have to be kept in the ICU, and therefore that causes a sort of stress in the mother, which also sometimes becomes a reason for a postpartum depression. Another reason can be teen age pregnancy, which is now getting very common here in India as well. Also, if there's a depression history that the person has had in past. So if the person has a depression history, then pregnancy will induce that the trait again. Hi Sakina, so good to see you here. Right. So the most common feature which most people experience is because of managing expectations. From self, most importantly. Second, from the spouse, from the family, from the extended family, and sometimes from the community, from office. So anybody who comes into this significant other definition. So a lot of expectation mismanagement happens, and that puts a pressure on the new mother, which she finds it difficult to bear because she is just not aware of what is expected out of her. So those are the probable causes why postpartum depression happens and how it is different from a baby blue that initially everybody experiences. But eventually people find ways to manage with this change. And when you find it difficult, let's say 13 to 15% of the women find it difficult to cope with baby blues. And that eventually turns into postpartum depression. Now, there was this very interesting thought that was discussed was, do men also experience postpartum depression? And I was also surprised when I first read that research, and so it happens. So yes, that men also experience postpartum depression if the spouse is going through. So it is in the benefit of the entire family that if the woman of the house is experiencing postpartum depression, might as well everybody supports her. So happy mother, happier baby, and happier family there. So what can we do about it? So the most important piece of this conversation here between you and me. And if there are any questions, please let them come in the chat box. So what we should do about it? देखिए, चेंज होता है फिजिकल लेवल पर और साइकोलॉजिकल लेवल पर. तो हमको उस चेंज को एड्रेस करने के लिए भी दोनों ही लेवल्स पे जाना पड़ेगा. Yeah, Latika ji, very well said. Support system is important for a new mother. It is absolutely important. So I was talking about how do you manage, or how do you address, how do you handle postpartum depression? Once you identify that, yes, you have postpartum depression, then what do you do about it? So first thing is, you got to address it like physical and psychological both ways. Leave it, Bhaiya. Thank you. So when I said that you have to address it physically, that means you have to show yourself to a doctor if required, get your dietitian consulted. If you're a lactating mother, a new mother is lactating mother, requires a lot of support in her diet. She has to be given the right kind of nutrition. When the body is not given the right nutrition, the brain stops working accordingly. So it is essentially important for the new mothers to consult a dietitian so that their bodily needs and the requirement of the nutrition is met. Second is to consult a counselor if it is a psychological reason that you're facing. Please don't shy away from talking to a counselor if you need help to address the changes, because a counselor would design a unique way for you to address the change that you're going through. Right? So please don't shy away. It is important for you to how to overcome depression. Okay, I will come to that. We're talking about postpartum depression. If this is pertaining to that, the first step to overcome depression is to become aware that you're going through it. Second, if you know that what is causing that depression, identify or take help from somebody to identify the reason for it. And the third most important thing in addressing depression is a lot of self-care, a lot of compassion towards yourself. You really need to have a self-care regime where you are taking care of yourself, because depression happens when you feel that something is wrong in your life and maybe you're not required. So different people can have different reasons for a depression. Idea is to talk with her and listen to her. Yeah, to the mother, definitely talk to the mother, listen to her. A lot of times she just wants somebody to tell her that I'm there, I'll take care of you, everything is going to be fine, the baby is not, beautiful. A lot of times mother are under the stress that there is something wrong with the child. If the child is crying too much, there is a problem. If the child is not crying, there is a problem. So the mother has to be comforted that everything is fine with the child. And that is where, see, a lot of reassurance job is required when young mothers are there. The first time mothers are there. The experienced mothers, the second delivery is usually very, very comfortable because by that time they are experienced. So, but the first time mothers, they find it very difficult to manage this change all by themselves. So, coming back to how do you manage this, the whole change, family, friends, significant others, in nutshell, the support system plays a very vital role. Like Latika ji mentioned that it is very important to have a support system. So when you know that you are going to be delivering in around so and so time, before that, do a lot of preparation to create that support system around you. You have to sensitize people. So, and most importantly, the mother has to be sensitized about herself. How can one look after her own individuality? Okay. First, by becoming compassionate towards yourself, that you know that you are an individual. Half of the time, mothers don't even consider themselves as a separate entity. They merge in the background so beautifully well that you don't even know that they exist unless she is feeling like she collapses someday. So, and this is a typical situation in India mother scenario. Maybe outside India it is not this, but most mothers experience that they don't really exist unless something goes wrong in them, in their physical health per se. So once you become aware that you exist as an individual, you start working towards your own self-care regime. You make sure that the family knows that these are few things that you would be doing, you're required to do. For a young mother, it is equally important that the spouse is partnering. So I always tell my clients when I'm working with that it takes two to tango. So both of you have to come together, both of you have a role to play. So don't shy away in asking help. Now, this is something that a new mother must learn. A lot of times, most of us think that my baby, I'll be able to manage it. Obviously, your baby, you should be able to manage the baby also. But there is no harm in seeking help. And we would have heard saying that yes, body shame. That is a bigger reason of depression. I was actually coming to that. But most of the time, we would have heard that. It takes a village to raise a child. Might as well take a village. So create that village, create that support system around you, which supports you taking care of the baby, his or her needs, taking care of your needs. There is nothing wrong in asking for help as and when required, and consider a counselor or a psychologist also, just like that extension of help. So I think it is time that we remove the taboo from the mental health related issues. You should, like I was talking to a friend of mine, that let's treat mental health like the way we treat dental health. If you have a physical ailment, if you have a physical pain, you definitely go visit a doctor. Yeah, you don't shy away that I have fever, I should not go and visit a doctor. What would people say? So if you're going through a sort of depression, if you think that something is not right with you, don't shy away from asking help. Please take help. It is for your own good. It is for the good of your own family. And it is very important to look after yourself. So the point which is very close to me as a blogger also is, how important you think you are for yourself. So self-love and self-care is what I would really emphasize a lot here. Community support, of course. Body shaming, somebody has just mentioned. Body shape, you have written how to manage depression and body shape. Depression and body shape, ma'am, if you could elaborate this. Body shape, if you mean body shame or body shape. So the expectation from the society is such that a new mother has to be looking exactly the same way as she was before the child was being conceived. So if there is a change in the body structure, there is a major, massive change the body goes through. right, during the 9 months, and post that next 6 months when the child is still lactating, the mother is lactating, and the baby is when the baby starts on weaning. By that time, baby and mother are totally dependent on each other exclusively for the baby. That mother is the only way to to be fed. Now that being said, mothers need to look after themselves very, very well. What is the role of expectation of people around a new second time mom? Does it add to the struggle of the new mom? People around, as I said, it's the village, and we need to take support from the village as much as required. Yes, a lot of times people around us put that body shaming image in us, that, oh, looks like you still haven't delivered the baby. You are still in the third trimester. A lot of times people pass such remarks not knowing what kind of impact it has on the mother who is already experiencing a lot of change. So community definitely has a role to play in terms of supporting the mother. um, and does it add to the struggle of the new mom? Doesn't it add? It does add. It does add a lot of pressure on the mother. As it is, she has, one child. There's another younger one who's there, and her own needs are not taken care of as much. And she's supposed to take care of the baby and the family also. And the COVID times have made it really very, very difficult. It has made difficult for everybody. But I have a very soft corner towards women, being a woman myself. But I think a lot of guys have also gone through this experience wherein everybody is together, and now they're struggling to come out of the entire situation. Coming back to this postpartum depression and the struggle that a new mother goes through, the only way to combat this is first, seek help. Don't shy away from seeking help. Second, set expectations right with yourself, with your family, with the spouse, with the community. And third, what community can do? What can we, you and me, what can we do about helping a new mother managing postpartum depression? Is that we stop being judgmental. We stop judging the mothers. Whatever that they're doing for the baby, they will be doing it the best way possible. So instead of judging them, it is time to accept the new mother and become more warm and accepting the way that things are. Everybody is trying to do their best in the current situation, and I think a new mother requires even more comfort and compassion and pampering that one needs to be given, because she's just delivered a new life. Hi, Sakina. Not just a mom is not just a mom is body shamed, but some people are also inconsiderate. They don't shy away from shaming the newborn. Absolutely, it's a heart wrenching point that you've mentioned, Sakina. A lot of times people would not knowingly, or maybe sometimes they pass comments that makes the little one and the mother and the entire family feels very small about themselves. So, as a community, we have a larger role than what we realize to play. That we support each other, that we don't pass judgments, that we don't make anybody feel small about themselves, and become more supportive towards each other. That is the only way to address any sort of depression. So, not just about postpartum, any depression that one goes through, you have to become more open, talk about it, become more accepting towards each other, and most importantly, be there as a community, support each other instead of criticizing. Do not judge each other, just be around. And that is what I really have to say. There sometimes people require therapies. So if you need some time with your consultant, with a counselor, you attend those sessions, take those therapies, that would really help you come out of this situation. But it is only a very small, very minutest percentage of people, 0.3 to 0.5% of mothers actually require any psychiatric intervention. So it is nothing that you would need a psychiatric intervention if you're going through postpartum depression. It can be very well taken care of by a small self-care regime. Consult a counselor, have a word in the family, let there be a support system around you, and I'm sure things can be taken care of. If there are any more questions, I would be very, very happy to answer them. Um, okay. All right. So before I wind up for today, I'd like to thank all of you for joining here, and a big shout out to Mompreneur Circle creative team for creating this beautiful platform here, wherein we could interact with the tribe. And amazing work you guys are doing. And thank you, Rashi, for being such a wonderful support. Thank you so much. In case if you have any queries, you can always reach out to me. And thank you so much for connecting today. Have a wonderful time. God bless. Thank you so much. Bye bye.